Hello, this is Congressman Michael McCaul. Thank you for inviting me to speak at your annual lunch event. The Fragile States Index is an important data-driven tool to track trends and risk factors in state fragility. This year, as the world grapples with the destabilization caused by COVID-19, the findings of this report are particularly relevant. As the lead Republican of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, I worked firsthand to address the problems facing conflict-ridden parts of our world. But as we've seen, a piecemeal approach does not work. Weak governance, corruption, and lack of economic and educational opportunities contribute to state fragility, and community grievances are exploited by terrorist and criminal organizations. We cannot continue to allow hostile areas across the world become recruiting grounds for these terrorists and criminals. It is critical we work to prevent violent conflict before it is too late. And the Global Fragility Act does just that. With a whole-of-government approach, the U.S. must streamline our diplomatic development and defense efforts to prevent violent conflict and address the root causes of fragility. So I'm proud to work with my colleagues across the aisle to implement the Global Fragility Act. Preventing conflict isn't a Republican issue or a Democrat issue. It's an American issue. In December, I welcomed the release of the Global Fragility Strategy. The strategy was developed in close consultation with Congress and on a bipartisan basis. Now the Biden administration should use this strategy to select priority countries and regions without delay. This cannot wait. Recent terror attacks in Mozambique threaten destabilization in the country's Cabo Delgado province. Efforts to address root causes of terrorist recruitment are urgently needed. The conflict in Tigray has escalated into a crisis and threatens destabilization to the broader Horn of Africa. Delayed presidential elections in Somalia threaten to undermine progress in democratic governance and efforts to combat al-Shabaab. There is no end in sight in addressing the conflict in Yemen and Syria as the humanitarian situations continue to worsen. And a lack of economic opportunity continues to drive illegal immigration from Central America and contribute to state fragility. And as the world struggles with the impacts of COVID-19, the Global Fragility Act is a critical tool to adapt our approach to fragile states, making it easier to anticipate potential sources of conflict across the world. So I want to commend this 2021 release of the Fragile States Index. I'm confident that we will continue to work in a bipartisan manner to address threats of state fragility and terrorism abroad to save lives. And by preventing terrorism abroad, we can better protect American lives here at home. Thank you.